Something extraordinary happened with Jos Buttler, and for a long time, many failed to understand its true significance. He did not look like a traditional match winner, nor did he follow the established patterns of English batting. Yet whenever pressure peaked and matches seemed to slip away, Buttler arrived and changed outcomes within minutes. What appeared to be aggression was actually control. What looked like instinct was built on preparation. This is not simply the story of powerful shots or explosive innings. It is the story of how England's approach to finishing games was quietly rewritten. Buttler did not just score runs faster, he altered the psychology of opponents and redefined what was possible in the final overs. Teams began defending totals differently. Bowlers changed plans, captains hesitated. This story explains why Jos Buttler became England's most dangerous finisher, how his presence alone reshaped match dynamics, and why every moment he spent at the crease carried consequences far beyond the scoreboard. To understand Jos Buttler's impact, it is necessary to look beyond traditional measures of batting success. England cricket, for years, struggled to dominate limited overs finishes. Matches were often left vulnerable in the final overs, with uncertainty replacing confidence. Into this environment stepped Buttler, a player whose skills did not conform to conventional expectations. From early in his career, he displayed an ability to remain calm under pressure while accelerating scoring at moments when others faltered. Buttler's background as a wicketkeeper batsman shaped his understanding of the game. Observing angles, reading bowlers, and anticipating field placements became second nature. His preparation focused not only on technique, but on scenario-based thinking. He trained for pressure moments rather than avoiding them. This approach allowed him to thrive when stakes were highest. As his role evolved, Buttler became a specialist finisher, a position demanding both restraint and ruthlessness. He learned when to absorb pressure and when to dismantle it completely. His adaptability across formats strengthened his reputation as he adjusted tempo, shot selection, and risk based on conditions and opposition. More importantly, Buttler represented a shift in England's mindset. His success encouraged a more fearless approach to limited overs cricket, reinforcing belief that matches could be won late rather than merely survived. Through discipline, awareness, and calculated aggression, Jos Buttler emerged not just as a talented batsman, but as a strategic weapon capable of redefining how England approached the closing stages of a match. Jos Buttler's approach began to stand out because it defied established norms. While most batsmen focused on preserving wickets under pressure, Buttler focused on manipulating bowlers and fields. His calm body language contrasted sharply with the urgency of the situation, creating an unsettling effect on opponents. He rarely rushed, even as required run rates climbed. His unusual behavior was most visible in his shot selection. Buttler played high-risk strokes with remarkable consistency, yet they were not reckless. Each shot was chosen based on field placement, bowler rhythm, and match context. He trusted preparation over emotion, allowing him to remain composed while accelerating scoring rapidly. Teammates noticed his confidence in pressure moments. He welcomed responsibility, often positioning himself for the most difficult phases of an innings. Instead of avoiding strike, he sought it. This behavior challenged traditional finishing roles, where survival often preceded aggression. Opposition teams struggled to adjust. Plans that worked against other batsmen failed against Buttler. Yorkers disappeared into the stands. Slower balls were anticipated. Defensive fields became irrelevant. His unusual ability to maintain clarity under stress transformed late overs from danger zones into opportunities. This approach signaled a deeper shift. Buttler was not merely reacting to pressure, he was controlling it. By refusing to conform to defensive instincts, he began redefining what finishing an innings meant in modern cricket. As Buttler's influence grew, analysts and opponents attempted to explain his dominance. Some attributed it to raw power, others to favorable conditions or inconsistent bowling. Yet these explanations failed repeatedly. Buttler succeeded against elite attacks, under extreme pressure, and across different formats. Teams tried altering lengths, pace variations, and field settings, Each adjustment was met with calculated responses. Buttler's awareness neutralized conventional strategies. Bowlers found themselves reacting instead of dictating terms. The confusion deepened as his consistency persisted. Observers questioned whether his approach was sustainable. They expected failures to expose flaws. Instead, Buttler adapted. When boundaries were unavailable, he rotated strike. When bowlers hesitated, he attacked decisively. His game intelligence dismantled assumptions about risk and control. The real misunderstanding lay in underestimating his preparation. Buttler had rehearsed scenarios extensively, allowing instinctive execution under pressure. What appeared spontaneous was structured. What looked aggressive was deliberate. These failed attempts to decode him revealed a larger truth. Nothing was wrong with Buttler's approach. The problem was outdated thinking. Finishing had evolved, and Buttler was leading that evolution through clarity, courage, and precision. One constant defined Buttler's career: his fixation on controlling the final overs. He treated finishing not as chaos, but as a calculated contest. His focus remained unwavering, regardless of match situation. This fixation placed immense responsibility on his shoulders, creating tension with every appearance at the crease. Buttler studied bowlers intensely, identifying patterns under pressure. He recognized hesitation, predictable variations, and mental fatigue. This awareness allowed him to exploit small margins ruthlessly. His fixation extended to maintaining balance between patience and aggression, ensuring momentum remained under his control. Pressure did not distract him, it sharpened him. While others felt urgency, Buttler slowed his thinking. This mental discipline allowed him to dominate moments that traditionally favored bowlers. The suspense lay in knowing that once Buttler settled, matches could pivot rapidly. Opponents sensed this threat. Captains delayed bowling changes. Fields shifted constantly, and errors multiplied. Buttler's fixation transformed endings into psychological battles, where belief eroded with every clean strike. This problem point highlighted his unique strength: mastering the most volatile phase of the game. By embracing pressure rather than resisting it, Buttler turned endings into opportunities, redefining finishing as a skill rooted in control, not chaos. The first undeniable clue to Buttler's true impact emerged when England's results began changing consistently in tight finishes. Matches that once slipped away were now being secured. Run chases became calculated pursuits rather than desperate scrambles. Buttler's presence altered expectations before a ball was bowled. Teammates expressed a greater confidence knowing that finishing responsibility was in capable hands. This psychological shift reduced panic and improved decision-making across the team. Buttler's influence extended beyond personal performance, shaping collective belief. Opposition planning evolved as well. Teams allocated their best bowlers specifically for Buttler, often disrupting broader strategies. This adjustment alone demonstrated his influence. He forced teams to think differently, acknowledge vulnerability, and adapt defensively. The clue was not a single innings, but a pattern. Buttler delivered repeatedly when margins were smallest. His consistency under pressure confirmed that his success was structural, not accidental. This moment clarified his role. He was not just finishing innings, he was redefining how England approached pressure, transforming endings into controlled executions rather than uncertain conclusions. The real truth about Jos Buttler did not emerge in a single innings or one famous finish. It became clear gradually, through repetition under pressure, that his influence went far deeper than aggressive batting. The big reveal was understanding that Buttler had mastered something England previously lacked: certainty at the end of games. He was not merely reacting to situations, he was dictating them. Buttler's success revealed a new type of finishing built on clarity rather than chaos. He did not rely on desperation hitting or hope. Every decision he made in the final overs was informed by preparation, observation, and emotional control. Bowlers sensed this immediately. Plans unraveled because Buttler adjusted faster than they could respond. Yorkers, slower balls, wide lines, nothing worked consistently because he anticipated intent, not just delivery. The revelation extended to team dynamics. England's approach to limited overs cricket shifted once Buttler became the central finisher. Teammates batted with freedom earlier, knowing stability existed at the end. Captains planned chases differently. Matches that once felt fragile now felt manageable. Buttler's presence reduced uncertainty across the dressing room. Most importantly, the big reveal exposed a psychological edge. Opponents entered final overs already under pressure, knowing one mistake could end the contest. Buttler did not just score runs, he compressed time, forcing bowlers to rush decisions and captains to second-guess fields. This was not power alone, it was dominance through control. Jos Buttler was revealed not as a risk-taker, but as a specialist in inevitability. When he was set, endings stopped being questions, they became conclusions. Jos Buttler's career offers a defining lesson about modern cricket and pressure mastery. The most decisive moments in sport are rarely won through emotion alone. They are won through preparation, clarity, and trust in process. Buttler demonstrated that finishing is not about reckless aggression, but about understanding control when chaos surrounds you. His influence reshaped England's identity in limited overs cricket. The team learned to approach endings with confidence rather than caution. Fear was replaced by calculation. Panic was replaced by intent. Buttler showed that pressure does not have to overwhelm, it can be used as an advantage. The deeper lesson lies beyond cricket. When responsibility is embraced rather than avoided, performance rises. Buttler never waited for moments to come to him, he prepared for them in advance. That mindset transformed him into England's most dangerous finisher. In the end, Jos Buttler's legacy is not defined by boundaries alone, but by certainty. When he stood at the crease, matches tilted, outcomes changed, and endings belonged to him.